Oh my god, it's Smolder! Wow! Wait a second, that's not Smolder.
Here comes the Smolder.
Oh, sorry, wait.
The Boulder!
Just one more second. Our little Spyro OC is here to rampage in the late game, but why would you want to play him? Well, he is an infinitely scaling champion, so he does scale into the late game. I mean, I just said that. Does deal a lot of AoE damage, and can build hybrid, because all his abilities have AD and AP scaling. However, he does have some downsides. He is really weak in the early game, not very high range on his auto, and obviously he is very squishy. Now, what does the Smolder actually do? His passive is the mean stacking machine. Smolder generates stacks whenever he hits an enemy champion with his abilities or kills a minion with his Q. This increases the damage on your Q, W, and E infinitely. His Q is Fireball. This is basically an auto attack reset, but it does count as its own attacks. Deals slightly more damage as an auto, but continually scales up, so it gets better and better and better. At 25 stacks, you're dealing AoE damage around the target that you cast on. At 125 stacks, you get an arc of damage behind the target added on. And at 225 stacks, you get an even bigger arc, more damage, bonus, true damage burn, and a scaling execute, baby. Yeah! His W is the Fire Snot Bubble. Smolder sneezes, sending out a snot bubble that deals damage to anything in a line. The bubble gets slower the further away it gets, and deals AoE damage when it does deal damage. His E is the Spyro Glide Special. This jumps into the air, gives you movement speed, you can fly over terrain, and basically just gives you a mini Ergot W. Last up, his ult is the Cartman Special. Smolder calls his mom to deal damage in an enormous line down the lane and heals him for a bit. It also deals more damage in the center and slows. Honestly, I've checked a bit of places and I don't really see a best build yet. I took Lethal Tempo for better scaling into the late game. However, he does lack early game, so you can't go Fleet or Hail of Blades. Even Press the Attack is good, but usually Precision. Then we go Presence of Mind for more mana on kills because we use a lot of abilities. Bloodline for lifesteal and Coup de Grace for that execute goodness. Secondary tree, you can kind of do whatever suits your fancy, but Inspiration is good for the free boots in, better movement, and Biscuits because you need a snacky stack. For items, you want to rush Essence Reaver because you cast so often you run out of mana real quick. Navori for even more Qs, then honestly just pick any sort of ADC stuff depending on what the situation is. Honestly, you don't even have to do Navori. I really just say take Essence for that mana. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe. If you're liking the video, give it a thumbs up so other people can see it too, and comment down below with anything that I missed. And that's it. We did it! We're in the game, and we're going to take this dagger because what child doesn't like sharp objects, and this red Gatorade because Smolder needs to stay hydrated. Now in lane, we really just want to focus on staying safe and stacking up our passive. You can hit champions with your Q to get those stacks and poke them, but you can also just last hit the minions. You can get bullied early on in lane, especially if they have an engage support because you don't have your E to fly away. Just try and get up to 25 stacks as easily, quickly, and safely as possible. Once you hit 25 stacks, you should have all your abilities, so you can W the whole wave, then auto attack once on the caster minions, and then Q to finish the job on the whole line. You do get stats from your passive from hitting your W, but be careful as you only get a few casts of this before you completely run out of mana. I would just play him like a Veigar or something that needs to scale. Once you hit 6, it is a great spike and it's a huge bit of... Fuck you, Samira. Your ult is a projectile, so Yasuo Windwall can block it too. Just keep that in mind. Now in lane, just farm. You absolutely want to farm and just let your absolutely cracked brand take care of the rest of the lane. Just push lanes, get plates, get towers. Now let's take a look at that mid game. In the mid game, we just want to focus on getting to that 225 stack marks. Once your tower's down, just rotate up to mid so you can kind of be there for any type of objective and just farm. You can deal a lot of damage with 125 stacks. So don't feel like you can't fight, but infinitely stacking means infinite, so the longer you go, the stronger you are. Just try and play safe, play like an ADC, be the backline, and even if the fight is super far away from you, you can always cast your ult to try and back them up while you rotate over. Really, that is your role. You are that late game hyper carry. Use your E to slow people that are trying to run or trying to get to you. Auto Q, auto as much as possible. E to fly away from people that get too close, then ult whenever you need to. And that's it. We did it. We won the game. And if you enjoyed this video, check out the knifiest doggo in all of League. Talk to you later.